All you have to do as Sans is deal damage and be safe at the same time. I think Valentina and Lilia offers both of that. Especially with the Purify, you can't really get locked down with a Kalea.
So if you want neutral objective control, do you go for Fredrin here?
Like the crimson
Or
light.
Claymore.
Yeah, it's solo open. And also, it's in lane. Props to Miracle, right? In lane, the Moskov beat Terrath 1v1.
Oh, okay, so it's a winning lane.
It's a winning lane. If no assistance is around.
Okay, okay. So we're gonna expect early rotations perhaps from Onic.
Might be the case. Expect the way they played, I believe. What was the last match that they played? It was Kyrie Fanny against a Baxia Com, I believe. Was it? Not sure, but it looks like the lineup rating really prefers Geek Fam for the most part, and by a landslide also. But it really doesn't dictate what happens in the lineup, Don.
Yeah, we can't underestimate the Sky Kings and their dominance. Literally on a 3-match win streak after their only loss against BTR. Let's see how this all unravels in the Land of Dawn as we get into game number 1 between the Kingslayers and the Sky Kings.
Welcome to Mobile Legends.
Land of Dawn, here we go. And this is going to be a pretty interesting matchup because we don't really usually see Farsa and Lilia in the lane at the same time. All of the meta mid-heroes are exhausted and they're already duking it out. Beloski super low and forced to use the Flicker way too early.
That's the power of the Lilia, right? Really fast wave clear, really good poke as well. If you're up against a Lilia that knows how to play, which the Lilia is one of Sansa's signature heroes from way back when, you can expect that much damage to come through even onto your roamer. So that's exactly what Onic are really paying attention to and what they're trying to take advantage of. And obviously the next thing that we do need to look at will be the objective that will spawn quite soon. And I think they're facilitating Lukby as well to get that level 4 as soon as possible.
Yeah, I love the way Kyrie's pathing here because he knows that if Geek Fam wants to fight inside of their own jungle, especially in that area, that's Fanny's playground. Yep. As we're gonna take a look at the emblems by you, Kyrie's gonna take the attack speed boost to be able to boost his farming potential. And oh, Kinziski, good take on that. But looking at other take or emblem take here, fighter emblem for Kinziski to be able to sustain against Kalra, plus the Master Assassin to further boost his 1v1 potential to be able to win the lane against Kalra.
Exactly.
Exactly. I was about Kalra's EXP is
Behind.
currently higher, slightly, because of the waves, perhaps, right? Push.
Kalra
Yeah,
thinks.
it's the same. It's the same. But the last hits has been hidden for Kalra. 2 Purifies on the board. From Onic.
Okay. Already some poke once again from Sans here in the mid lane, trying to get some zoning in. Furious actually goes really forward. What's happening there?
Oh, that's a 2-man taunt. Revitalized pop. 3v2 currently. That's going to be the damage coming in from the side of Geek Fam, and Nazara finds an angle to take Sans down. First blood from Geek Fam. Great start.
Yeah, I was questioning why Marcel went and, routing or like the route that he's taking was through that, place near the river, but it looks like that was a flicker combo with the Dark Wave immediately towards Sans, so great recognition on where opportunities are presented. And Kalra, man, like, is it winning lane at this point, or is it just Kalra thinks?
I don't know. I thought, especially after level 4, Kalra would... Well, I guess it depends, right? I think it's a skill matchup at the end of the day, because you do have the dashes as a Harith, but remember, you still have to be aware of the spear from Kenziski, right? So it all goes back down to timing, but overall, it's still very 50-50 in that gold lane. Not really a clear advantage, as once again, these two players are going to be forced to take the next neutral objective.
Marcel's trying to apply pressure towards Keyboy. 50% HP on that roamer. Steep pop to the strike as well. They invested a lot of ults here. Marcel finds a kill as Nazara picks up the turtle. Lupi finds a crate though. That's going to be Tsunami Slam on towards Sans. Pops to Black Shoes, looking for an escape route. That's a stun, locking Sans in place. That's 2 kills on the board, plus Geek Fam, they get the turtle.
Oh, Kenziski taking the brunt of damage from the Zaman Force here, but Kalra, the map awareness, knowing that someone is rotating down below. But man, oh man, there's a reason why Geek Fam is willing to let go of the Fanny, and that's the Phobius and also the Kalea combo. It's been too much, or like there's been too much CC in front of Fanny. And so far, it's working out just fine. They get the neutral objective, but in terms of economy, once again, just Onic things, man. It doesn't matter how much kill difference you have. It doesn't matter how much... Oh, wait a second.
1v1. Lutpi is very low against the rookie here, Marcel. Bravest fighter to the back.
Okay, and he'll be able to walk away fine. Unfortunately, he'll have to force a recall, so that gives an edge over to Geek. As we take a look at the talent prediction, it's a unanimous, almost a unanimous vote for Onic, aside from the Geek fam unity himself, Sheffin, right beside me, but here we go!
Yeah, that's a Steed and the Feather Airstrike. Again, the invasion from Geek fam has been impeccable. That's a taunt, AOG to the back. Onic, though, will look for a re-engage. Black Shoes popped. Lutpi trying to close the distance with the Bravest Fighter now committed. But Geek fam is okay. They're very good at calculating the distance, as Kai will focus on farming it once again.
Good use of the shoulder bash there, going towards the single crypt to get through the wall, preventing a kill from Lutpi. Marcel so far has been playing this Phobius flawlessly. Yes, he got taken down one time, but so far in the trade, the grand scheme of things, he's been playing almost a perfect game of Phobius.
I also do want to applaud a boy here, because I thought maybe Farsa early into the Fanny would have been not the most wise of choices, but so far he hasn't been taken down. Feather Airstrike, wait a second!
Yeah, that's gonna be Lutpi. Even with the flicker, right? He will fall, but that's enough time for Onic members to commit on towards the turtle, and they will trade that kill or that death for that turtle.
They went all in onto Lutpi. Literally all resources were spent just to take Lutpi down, and meanwhile Onic, they were able to get the turtle. So was that wise of Geek?
I guess at that point, you're a bit too late to the party, so Geek is just gonna salvage on what's available against Ziski though. As they use the flicker. Folks, Geek fam, they have one turtle. Onic have one turtle. Geek fam 4 kills. And Onic is leading in gold. Make it make sense.
I mean, that's what we've been seeing multiple times. I hope the items come out soon so we get to see where the economy is going. But like we were looking at in the bottom side of the map, the gold lane matchup was kind of skewed, right? Kelra seemed to be doing just fine. And then Kyrie, despite not being able to get any kills so far, is also doing okay. He's on par with Nazara as a Leo Mord, both at level 10, despite the 000 KDA. And when you think about it, who is Kyrie supposed to target anyway? Does he go for a boy? Does he go for Kenziski? Both options aren't as straightforward, especially with that backup.
Oh, a two-man stun and the taunt! My goodness, the collapse is beautiful from Onic. They find Beloyski now, they move more! Lutpi finds a kill on towards the Leomord. The Dark Wave misses, and Onic, my oh my, when they pull the trigger, they rarely miss.
The layering of skills from Onic in that engage was beautiful. Lutpi being the one to really just burn the resources out, and then Keyboy comes in after that with the AOG.
I'm not sure what happened with the boy there. I think, did he not see the animation of the Avatar of the Guardian? Because he has the flicker to get away. He should have been able to cancel the Feathered Airstrike, but I guess he's a bit too late and he got stunned up. And you're right, Gunny. I don't know why you would take this 1v1, Kenzie.
Oh!
What?
Kyrie!
That's horrible.
That is a horrible trade indeed. In the top side of the map though, Feather Airstrike is no longer in Geek Fam's power for the moment of time, which allows Onic to just regain or gain control of this turtle.
Why? Why you would take that? You see the level difference, right? 12 and 8. Just back off, dude.
That's insane. Was he stuck? I don't think so, right?
No, like I don't think Kyrie knows at that point. Or maybe he wants to defend the lane. That's how it is.
But he didn't have to go too deep for that. Another AOG by Keyboy will be able to zone Geek Fam away, but right now, Geek Fam, they're working from behind now. It's a 3,300 gold lead for Onic, just behind of that skirmish in the mid lane alone, and then everything that really dominoed afterwards. Kinziski getting taken down by Kyrie, which will also prolong that power spike.
Raw
boy.
testing his damage there, and also forcing a boy to pop the flicker. Oh, that's a Purify predicted. That's getting Marcel with the taunt. Oh my goodness. Not enough damage right there, and the cover from Onic is just amazing. Kai picks up a double, and take a look at the KK combo. That's 3 members of Geek Fam on the floor.
It feels... Sometimes when I see Geek Fam play, it feels a bit naive. Like, this is not the Geek Fam that I'm used to seeing, but I guess this is the position that they're really... There you go, another one!
Ooh, my goodness, that's a solo practically, right? Against the Forza, man. Kelra gets taken down, but luckily no shutdown bounty for the side of, from the side of Kelra. Geek Fam, though, will happily take that kill.
Kelra went so deep for a boy, and a boy once again pays the price. I thought in the drafting phase that the #1 culprit for a boy's death would be Kyrie. I didn't expect it to be Kelra. He trades his life for it, so is that okay for him to do? Is that flex alright? Is that trade alright?
I guess it is alright because Kara is already fully in line and Kanziski has not been online. Or like, it's not online just yet. So he delays Kenzi's power spike while Kara is already there. Ludwig though getting doubled down.
Wow, the all-in on towards the lap when he survives! The previous fighter finally popped his stun. Nazara though, isolated in the front and will be taken down by Kai. Now it's a 5v4 as the Lord is spawning in the bottom side of the map. Has spawned. Aloyski, the first damage for Onic is nasty. Down he goes to the hands of Sans, and Sans spots the black shoes. Mio Mayo, Onic, 6,000 gold lead.
Everything collapsing left and right. Everything going wrong for Geek Fam right now. Kelra picking up the Holy Crystal on top of everything he's already picked up as well. The damage again!
Kelra again! He becomes this initiator on this Seraph. And Kyrie followed it up with a kill. Now the base hurt will be the target. Marcel trying to hold on, trying to desperately find the kill on towards Kelra, but that's Geek Fam finding the collapse. Kai taking down Kelra as well. Now Onic members are trying to find the connection on towards Nazara. That's a taunt. That's Sans finding the killing spree. So all in all, they get 2, but they still lose structures and a member there.
Marcel, Lucy?
Still able to get out though. Not enough damage on this Farsa.
Not just yet. He's been taken down 3 times, a boy. Not a great game for Geek right now. Not the best of games for a boy as well. Onic are playing like Hydras. You take one down and another one spawns in its place. Kelra was taken down very early before that team fight, and then Kyrie comes in as an executioner. Kyrie gets taken down after that, and then Lutfi and Sans comes in as well to take members down. And remember, Onic were able to take down that far side of the map turret, which means they're going to be able to utilize that in their favor as this Lord comes to play.
Yeah, this is the problem with Kalea Com, right? Yes, she is a really good problem solver, but you can only solve one problem. It's either Kyrie or Kelra. But if you use it early in a team fight against a Lapu Lapu that already has that wings to be able to have that damage reduction when you're low, then what else is there to save them? Marcel cannot do everything. You know, they gotta be able to play a bit more conservatively, play it a bit more safely. They have a lot of good high ground potential here. Moskov and Farsa, nothing is over just yet. Don't pull the trigger every time you want to.
It's not looking good though, Chef, in real-time victory rate also favors Onic right now.
I feel
Is
like
it
that
possible?
was just being generous as well.
Exactly, is this a possible end game?
Definitely, right? 6.6 has to conceal from T-Boy. Looks for a flank angle, finds Aloy. Marcel all alone in the front with Nazara this time! Kenzie finds Kelra! This might be it. They lose 2 members on it, and the Lord will be dealt. T-Boy with the side step, still able to get out, but they still lose Lutfi and Kelra.
Nazara doing work in that defense.
And Marcel.
Props to Geek, the Marcel as well. More on Nazara because he was able to create space. He was able to zone away the members of Onic for Nazara, for rather Kenziski to be able to deal the damage. And considering that Kenziski's already reached his Swift Trinity.
Yeah, by no means, this is not a bad draft from Geek Fam. I would say I'll go as far as to say this is a pretty good job, especially against a Fanny comp.
Yep.
Like, the margin of error that Onic is working with is super, super thin, and they've been playing it perfectly. When someone is messing up, or quote-unquote messing up, maybe it's intentional the way they mess up, because everyone else can just pounce on Geek Fam. Onic can just... The damage control is insane, but right now it's a matter of not being too overzealous. No overextension from Onic because the gold lead is really not that big compared to what it was before. 3.6k is not a margin that you don't want to mess with against Geek Fam, especially with the whole Geekable thing.
Hey, brute force for Fanny, is that normal?
Normal, especially against this kind of composition. You need more tankiness, and also that CC duration will be lessened once you stack it up.
All right, so a little bit more defensive, I would say, yeah, for Kai on the Fanny, especially seeing the latest item he bought was the Rose Gold.
That's gonna be the item swap later on. It was gold to immortality to Wither. Lucky or not, you're gonna use that at some point.
Okay, calling for the storm right now as things quiet up by just a little bit. Kyrie in place for something. So is Keyboy, but he gets found out. Marcel is getting shredded.
This is why you pick up the Lilia against the Phobias. The poke damp, the poke potential is tremendous. 20 seconds on the clock here for our next Lord.
What is Sansa's items right now?
Currently he's working with Glaive, the glowing one, also the...
Sodi!
It hit!
Oh, insane reactions there.
Wait a second, Kalra is going in.
That's gonna be Kelra with the Shaman Force pops. The flicker, Kenzie! Nowhere to go! Down he goes as the Lord spawns. Zara though, in an unknown position. He showed a bit. That's gonna be the seed. Why did he show a bit? And Onic will capitalize. That's gonna be Marcel now isolated in front, trying to hold on. No backup whatsoever. It looked good for a bit for Geek Fam, but now they lose 3.
This is a 5v2 situation. Will Aboy and Beloyski be able to defend this one?
AOG under the main base, and ladies and gentlemen, same story.